Okay, now next let us see some examples where the log functions are used. The first example I have here is the following function describe the percentage of the adult height attained by a boy x year old can be modeled by this function. Well, probably I should have written h of x rather than f of x. So, this describes well, the adult height. My adult height is 5.6. When I was 5 years old, what percent of my 5.6, what percent of my current height I had when I was 5 years old. So, if I want to know, if the boy want to know, want to know the percentage of the adult height the boy have when the boy is x year old, this formula can be used to calculate the percentages of the height. Recall that what I mentioned, the height of people, height of human is a growing process. However, the growth is slow. You will not find any individual whose height grows from 1 feet to 5 feet suddenly by the end of next day. It is a very slow growing process. If there is a life process, if there is a natural process, if there is a physical process where the growth is very small, the log function comes into action to model the process. So, the percentage of the height is modeled by 48.8 log of x plus 1 plus 29. So, the first question is find percentage of the height when the boy is 1 year old. So, basically what this is saying is if x equal to 1, how much is the height? Simply let me calculate f of x using this formula. So, this is 48.8 times log of x is 1. So, 1 plus 1 will give me 2, log of 2 plus 29. Well, let us calculate this using the calculator. So, we have 48.8 times log of 2 plus 48.8 times log of 2 plus 29. So, plus 29, this is 43.69. So, 43.69, this is 43.69. So, we could say when the boy is 1 year old, the boy attains 43% of his adult height. Think about it. I don't know it will apply to you or not. I am 5'6", 43% of me will be what? 2'8", 2 5, something 2 feet and 5 inches. Probably I was 2 feet and 5 inches when I was 1 year old. Well, now let us see, find the percentage of the height when the boy is 8 year old. So, when the boy is 8 year old, that means x equal to 8, we want to calculate f of x when x equal to 8. So, it is again 48.8 log of x plus 1, 8 plus 1 is log of 9 plus 29. Let us use the calculator to calculate this and find out so 48.8 times log of 9 plus 29, come on, so 75, it was almost 75, so 75%. So, when a boy is 8 years, the boy attains 75% of his height, his adult height, and you might be surprised, this is more or less true. An 8-year boy, you will be, I don't know, around 3 and some inches, 3 feet and some inches, and the adult height will be somewhere around 5 and 6 foot. So, this is good. Well, let us think of another example which I am sure you have heard several times, and probably you knew it or you didn't. When we talk about earthquake, we say, well, the earthquake was so intense, and they report us, well, it was 7.5 Richter scale. The earthquake was 7.5. You say, oh my gosh, that's a dangerous earthquake. Now, that Richter scale, the scale of the earthquake, they report us is given by log of I over I0, where I represent the intensity of the earthquake and I0 represents the intensity of earthquake which does not have any impact. So, what it says is, where I0 is the intensity of 0 level earthquake, meaning that earthquake will not have any impact, we do not even feel it, and log of I over I0 represents the Richter scale of earthquake whose intensity is I. Now, the question is, if the intensity of an earthquake is 10 raised to the 8.3. So, there is an earthquake whose intensity is 8.3. What is the Richter scale magnitude of that? What the earthquake reporting agency will report us if the magnitude of the earthquake is 10 raised to the 8.3. If the intensity is 10 raised to the 8.3 times, I would say I0, okay, I0, I do not know how much is I0. So, if this is the case, if we want to know the Richter scale, we will use the same formula, R equal to 10, sorry, I forgot the log. So, this is log of 10 8.3 times I0 divided by I0. I0 and I0 cancels out. So, basically we will have log 10 raised to the 8.3. Recall, log changes the exponent into multiplication. So, I can write down this as 8.3 times log of 10, and log of 10 is nothing more than 1. If you want to use calculator, that is fine, but log of 10 is 1 because 10 raised to the 1 is 10. So, the Richter scale of that particular earthquake is 8.3. It is a very, very dangerous earthquake. Okay, so we have seen two examples of use of logarithmic function, the log function, one to model the earthquake and the other is to model the height of people. In fact, if you can think of any process that grows slowly can be modeled using a log function.